right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Saturday, the 4th of October, and man, our head is just spinning this month. We've got so many great events, so many once-in-a-lifetime events, and someone once asked me, man, why do you do so many of these once-in-a-lifetime events every month? And I said, because we have the wine, and hey, you never know when your last day on this earth is. So to leave without experiencing wines like Cheval Blanc and Chateau would really be, I mean, that'd be horrible, especially if you have the means to drink these great wines, because Cheval Blanc has been around for several hundred years. Chateau also, this wine was collected by Thomas Jefferson. As a matter of fact, when he was there in the late 18th century, the wine he had was nothing like the Sauternes they produce there today. That wine was bone dry. It wasn't until the 1847 harvest that they started to make these great sweet wines in Sauternes, and probably happened by accident. Some of the grapes sat out on the vines and they rotted, and then they decided, well, we're going to use them anyways because we don't want to throw them out. And then this wonderful elixir known as Sauternes came to be, which the noble rot known as botrytis is what turns the Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc grapes into this honeyed elixir that we call liquid gold Chateau, which sits on top of the food chain in terms of Sauternes. Well, in terms of all wines of Bordeaux, in 1855 it was classified as first of firsts, and you know, still to this day, one of the greatest and most sought-after wines all over the planet. We're going to be tasting the new release, the 2011 vintage, the next great vintage since 2001 to hit Sauternes. There was a lot of other outstanding vintages, but really 11 is exceptional. And we've got some great vintages of Chateau Cheval Blanc. Both of these properties are managed by the same man, Pierre Lurton, who will be here. And we're having this event at the Edge Steak and Bar. Chef Aaron Brooks has put together an outstanding menu for this. And hey, for the low price of $495, and that includes everything. Put your parking for this evening. That is a steal. 5-course menu. We're going to be serving Cheval Blanc all the way back to 82, an outstanding vintage. That's the vintage that Mr. Robert Parker became famous for. He went on a limb and said this is a great vintage in Bordeaux, and a lot of the other great writers said no, just a flash in the pan. And the 82 Cheval Blanc still drinking beautifully. We've got the 2000 vintage also on the table, and Cheval Blanc, one of the most unique wines in all of Bordeaux. It lies right on the dividing line between Saint-Emilion and Pomerol. It was actually part of the Figeac property at one time, and then split off. A rather large estate, about 82 acres, and they produce over 10,000 cases of Cheval Blanc in a great vintage. And they also make a second wine, I believe 98 may have been the first vintage of Petit Cheval, which we have on the table this evening. And this is, well, you know, a baby Cheval, we'll call it. Similar blend, maybe not as much Cabernet Franc in this, but the grapes that don't make it into the top wine go into these great second wines, and they can often be one of the greatest values in Bordeaux, especially in vintages like 98, which was outstanding for the right bank. And a unique blend, like I said before, mostly Cabernet Franc, sometimes over 50% of that, and then Merlot makes up the rest of the blend. I believe there's a little old vine Malbec on the property also, but you don't see a lot of Malbec anymore in Bordeaux. But a fabulous wine, considered a first growth of Saint-Emilion, which you have two, Ausone and Cheval Blanc. And Saint-Emilion wasn't classified until the 50s, and it's very unique because you can actually get raised in Saint-Emilion. It's one of the few areas in Bordeaux that I know about where you give 10 years of your wines to the AOC board, and they will evaluate them based on the quality of the wine and say whether they will raise your wine up. I believe Ausone has been raised up. There's maybe a couple other properties, Pave also, which has done this. And hey, we can talk to Pierre Lurton about this. He'll tell you all you need to know about the laws of Saint-Emilion, how they differ from the wines on the left bank, and also about these two properties. I'm going to have a wonderful evening here. There's only 24 seats available. We've already got 6 of them sold, so only 18 spaces left for this event. So, hey, get on the phone or respond to this email if you want to come to this event. It will definitely sell out. All right, well, check it out. Everything we're going to be drinking with Pierre Lurton from Chateau and Cheval Blanc on the 18th of October at the Edge Steak and Bar. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.